Here's a fish. First one of the day. And of course, it's a red breast, guys. Probably the most common catchable species of fish in pretty much all the streams around me. What is good, everybody? Welcome back to Cross Country Bank Angler. Today I've got a fun little fishing challenge type video. Today I'm going out to one of my local creeks and I'm doing what I like to call a one lure multi-species fishing challenge. So this is where I go out with just one type of lure and see how many different species of fish I can catch on it. I've done one of these before and it got pretty good feedback, so I thought I'd try it again, and it is a fun little challenge to try. So this is the bait in question, guys, that I'm going to be throwing in this video today. Just a teeny tiny little swim bait, though it's not as small as some of the ones that I've gotten to the habit of throwing, but this is about a 2-inch bait. This is the Bass Pro Shops Speed Shad, guys. I've talked about this lure before, but this is a little different from the one that I usually throw. Usually when I'm talking about the Speed Shad, I'm talking about these guys. And these are obviously much bigger. This is like a 3-inch size. This is the color I like the most, the male perch. I've talked about it in other videos before about how effective it can be in the right situation. But you can see, these are a little bit different, and it's not just the size of them, right? This color is called Smoke Silver Flake, so just a pretty, standard generic bait fish color. You can mimic a shiner or a little shad or something with this pretty much perfectly. Body on this, I mean, look at it. It's clearly different from the standard Speed Shad. It's obviously shorter, like I said, 2 inches, but it's a lot more slender of a profile, smaller tail as well, smaller paddle on here. So this is just even, taking that finesse swim bait approach to an even further level, right? Smaller, thinner, less obtrusive, more finessey. And I've got this paired with a 1/16 ounce jig head, guys. So small little jig head, small little hook on it. Everything is just downsized today. We're going to see what it can catch, and I think you'll be entertained by the results. So without further ado, let's get into the footage. There's a fish. Not as I was expecting, guys. It's a crappie. All right. Black crappie, guys. About a 7-incher. Not something I catch here very often. Might have had a hit right there. Here's a fish. It's a red breast. Much better. This is a better fish than the other ones that we've caught. For whatever reason, that other stretch, the quality of fish was just significantly lower. I don't know how to explain that exactly, but yes, sir, that's a nice one. Oh yeah, beautiful fish. Let's get a picture of him. For sure, guys. That's a lovely fish. Wow, pretty. Funny how you can just go, I mean, probably not even a mile downstream, but the fishing is just noticeably better already somehow. It's getting a little frustrated where I was before because everything was so small and we really weren't getting a lot of bites. It's just like there weren't a lot of fish in that spot for some reason. The ones that were just small. Using a little bit of a different setup than usual today. BFS setup. Got my Hick 50 here, which you guys have seen before. And if you've been around a little bit longer, you may recognize this rod as well. This is the Kingdom King Pro. I tried this rod out. This is an AliExpress rod a couple of years ago, and I really had a bad experience. Both of the rod tips broke really easily, so I kind of gave them a negative review. But I made a rod tip repair on this one. The other one was too broken to fix, but this one, you know, it's a shorter rod, faster action rod now than originally. But I put a new tip on it, and you know, it seems reasonably fishable now. Here's something. Doesn't feel big. Oh, feeling bigger. All right, it's a bluegill. That's our third species on the little swim bait. Gonna see how many different species of fish we can catch on this thing. It's a new one that I'm trying out here. Little bluegill. Thank you, buddy. There's a fish. All right, species number 4, guys, on the little swim bait. It's a fall fish, not a big one, but it is a different species. That's what we're going for today. We're going for species. All right, let's get him off the hook. One last look at him, guys. He'll sit still. There we go. Got a 6-inch fall fish. There should be some bigger ones in here. Still amused, guys, because like I said, I think less than a mile upstream, and the fishing was just really tough. So go figure. I don't know. I don't have an explanation for that. So I'll just put it that way. Because it doesn't look, I mean, it looks a little different here, but not that different. Here's another fish, a little bluegill. They're nailing this thing, they're tagging it. Little guy, thank you, buddy. Oh, what is that? I'm gonna try to play this guy a little bit. I think that was a chain pickerel. Unfortunately, this is not a great lure for the pickerel because The hook is very close to the line tie, but it looks like doesn't have a hook in his mouth. All right, it's a chain pickerel, guys. Species number 5. You're caught, buddy. We got you. He did not like getting hooked. He jumped like he had some fire in him. Yep, that's how you want to hook one, guys. Look at that, right on the edge of his snout. Can't bite off the lure that way. Here we go. Take a look at him, guys. Chain pickerel, about a 13 inches, I would say. He had a decent fight for his size on the light rod. Nice. Woohoo. Oh, hello, I didn't see you there. You're watching Cross Country Bank Angler. If you're enjoying the video so far, if you've learned something new about fishing, or just find the video entertaining or relaxing in any way, then I want to take the time to ask you to please subscribe to the channel. I know that there's a lot of fishing related content on YouTube right now. There are a lot of channels out there. So if you're taking the time to watch mine, I just want to say that I appreciate you, and I hope you'll stick around. We've got weekly fishing videos here at Cross Country Bank Angler. You know, wade fishing, topwater, bait finesse, ultralight. So if that's the kind of fishing that you enjoy, then I encourage you to hit that subscribe button, because I think you'll enjoy all the future content that I'm going to be putting out on the channel. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you'll consider supporting me by subscribing. Okay, that's a decent one. Ooh, look at that, guys. He choked it. He tried to eat it. I can't even see where the hook is. Here we go. Pretty one. Yep, another sunfish. Bluegill this time. Bluegills and redbreasts. No surprise there. I know how this stream operates for the most part. Every cast over there. Okay, it's a stronger one. Oh yeah, that's a solid one. Oh wow, yeah, that's a beefy one, guys. That's a beefy one. Whew, yeah, wow, beautiful fish. It's one of my nicest redbreasts of this year, for sure, guys. No question. No question. Gorgeous. Gorgeous species of fish. Appreciate you, buddy. Oh. There it goes, guys. Got bit off. I think that was probably a pickerel. Alright guys, so we just got bitten off over there. Almost definitely a chain pickerel. So I just re-rigged and I tied on a little shock leader of heavier line. So hopefully next time, you know, if that happens again, we'll have a chance of actually landing it. But let's get back to fishing. I feel like we figured out a little bit of a pattern. Kind of casting towards the bank over here and letting it sink. There's some more pickerel out there. Oh yeah, there's a fish. That doesn't feel like a, yeah, that's that's not a sunfish. Yep. About the same size as that last one, guys. Oh, well, there he goes. There he goes. Just kind of toyed with it. Haha, there we go. I think that was the that was the fish I was looking at. There's another species, guys. Tiny, but it is another species. Thank you, guy. Thank you, guy. Oh, it had a little strength to it. Ooh, another species, guys. We can land him. It's a good fish. Wow. This guy's a chunk. Oh my gosh, look how fat. Look how fat this guy is. This is a red ear, guys. On the little swim bait. Dude, that's like a 9-inch red ear. Wow. Love to see it, guys. That is a beautiful fish. It's another species I have not caught from the stretch of river before. Guys, look at the belly. Behold the belly, guys. That is a fat red ear. Let's let this guy go. Nice fish. Wow, let's make a few more casts. That was sweet. I did not think there was going to be a fish like that in here. Alright, people. I'm just kind of getting my bearings here after finishing up the day, you know, gathering my faculties, doing a little bit of reflection on the day here, taking a little break, you know, drinking some water, hanging out at the edge of this beautiful stream we were fishing today. Looks a lot different here actually from where I was actually fishing, but for me, you know, it was just one of those days that, you know, a bit of an emotional roller coaster, because, you know, I started off, you know, throwing this little swim bait. You know, this was kind of what my plan was today, was just to throw this guy around. You know, 1/16 ounce jighead. And it didn't seem like that was going to end up being the plan at all, because, you know, the place that I went initially just was not working out very well. You know, I caught one fish on this pretty quickly, but then, you know, the water, it was, you know, we've had some rain. You know, it's been a real wet summer here in my area, so we had like thunderstorm yesterday. Several areas got flooded out. It didn't seem like good conditions for the swim bait. So, you know, I tried a few other things, and you know, it just wasn't going that well. You know, caught a fish here, caught a fish there, but there was no pattern emerging. You know, they weren't biting well. The fish were small. So yeah, you're just feeling some disappointment, some frustration. You know, having some technical difficulties. You know, this old GoPro, it's an older one, and it doesn't really run that well anymore. You know, cutting off on me, overheating really easily. You know, so just multiple things kind of going on, getting on under my skin. And we ended up catching a decent variety of fish. You know, nothing really big today. I mean, I think the nicest catch was probably the that red ear there at the end. That was a very solid fish there, 8 or 9 incher, I would say. Very strong fighter. You know, healthy fish. You know, red breast, of course. Tons of red breast in here. Bluegill, fall fish, chain pickerel, black crappie, largemouth bass, and red ear. I think that was it. That's 7 species. That's very solid, guys, for a stream around me. Very solid, very solid. So yeah, the day just ended up turning around, and you know, I just have so much gratitude for when that kind of stuff happens. You know. Anyway, guys, I think that is going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this little challenge. You know, multi-species, one lure, seeing what we can catch out here at the local creek. And with that being said, I hope to see you next time. Peace.